Hey yo, yo, what's up, guys? Yo, Jay, dude, Jay, did you watch Solo Leveling? Did you watch that, Jay? Dude, watch that if you have not. It's really good. Guys, I have not watched this. I got notified by Cleve and Ongon about this trailer on Discord. And the only thing I know is that it's fucking Switch exclusive, bro. Dude, we Wii U players are eating good, man. We Wii U players are finally eating good. I actually can't believe that FromSoft is making Nintendo exclusive. Like, actually, I can't believe this shit. Alright, either way, I've not seen it. I want to see it. I don't know what to expect. Let's see. Let's see. Everyone's getting a Wii U.
My blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
It's a story about love. Very Bloodborne-esque, right? Ooh. Levy, that's for you. And that's Mungus! Where is Mungus going? Ooh. You're like a vampire. That's actually such a cool monster.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
The aesthetic looks really good, dude.
Flow for one. And
Someone in his pajamas. I'm definitely turning into that dinosaur. Yeah. A bird rat. Available only on Nintendo Switch 2. Well, if this isn't something... Wait. Let's go back. Can we set that to... What's that? Autoplay off. There you go. Let's rewatch that. That went by very fast. Another game at 25 FPS and closed in Switch 2. Yeah, that's right though, right? That's a problem. No matter what the game is. If it's actually a 25 FPS title, I can't see it being great. Although, to be honest, I don't know what the Switch will have, but if it has like some sort of like DLSS magic, you know what I mean? Maybe we're gonna get away with 40 FPS. I think you need 40 minimum. Imagine the frame rate drops when proccing bleed. It says 120? No way, dude. No way. You like playing a PvP game on Switch plus Wi-Fi 30 FPS? This is no way a PvP game. It's gonna be PvE. It's a PvPvE. Wow, that's interesting. I'll read some articles after this. It's a PvP game? That's so weird that it's Switch exclusive. That's such a huge fucking title for the Switch 2 to launch on. Like, I was never going to buy a Switch 2 in the first place. And this title alone is gonna make me buy one. It is pretty weird. I wonder how much they paid them for that. Also, I don't think it's something most people care about, but I'm actually wondering how the hell am I fucking streaming on Switch 2? I'm assuming the Switch 2 probably at least has like an out HDMI port, right? So that you can like stream it to another device, I assume. Hopefully. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, move. It'll be similar to PS5? Really? Dude, I'm gonna look it up now, because I'm not interested. I've never really been interested in Switch, but now I am.
I
pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Wait, the sound is like delayed, or am I crazy? Yeah, the sound is like weirdly delayed. That's strange. Let's reset that. Video is loud? Okay. It's in the event G, it's locked in desync. So we have no trailer of this. There's no way we have no trailer of this that's like not good quality. That's such a L to present such a such a huge title with a fucking audio desync. What the hell? Like, it's so basic. It's strange. Okay, we're gonna mute it then, because I find it distracting, and we can still talk over it. Dude, this monster is kinda... It reminds me of, like, an anime monster. Well, like you guys said, the fact that it's only on one platform definitely is going to bring everyone together under the same roof, that's for sure. I mean, if you want to play this, you're not going to have a choice. First of all, let me try... That means we have not seen a trailer without audio desync, so let's try to find one that does not have audio problems. I think the best... see when Mungus flies. Oh, I think this one looks fine. Okay, this one is fine, I think. You know, Nintendo, we can't rely on IGN, man. Is there a chance that this game might be exclusive only for a year? There is a chance. There is a chance, you know, make you buy the Switch and then do the switcheroo and just be available on everywhere else, you know. That's possible. FromSoft official Twitter states that this is a PvPvE focused title, 8-player session. Dude, did they actually listen to to what we wanted? But because it's From Software, you know, they always get something fucking wrong, so they make it a fucking Switch title instead. It's actually so funny. Like, we get exactly what we want, but it's a Switch title. You can't make that shit up, man. It's actually so funny. Get your Switch 2 Elite controller ready? I know, right? Not gonna lie, it's funny that FromSoft went with a Nintendo exclusive and not Sony. I guess the beef is real. Is there some beef between the two? I've not heard of that. I bet that this game was like developed or like thought of like pre-production for like Sony exclusive, and then they pissed them off, and then they said, you know what, you fuckers, we're going to Nintendo. What? You're not going to Nintendo? Yeah, that's right, we're going to Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but Switch handheld, even Wi-Fi warriors. Yeah, it's going to be fucking like, dude, the Wi-Fi is going to be terrible. Yeah, it does feel like Bloodborne based concept. In fact, Clevy, you know what? This might have been a Bloodborne game to start with, and they just changed the name because Bloodborne is a Sony IP, you know what I mean? Could you imagine that? They developed that as Bloodborne 2, and then Sony pissed them off and they said, you fuckers, we're going to Nintendo, and then they just changed the name. Dude, that would have been crazy. Don't know how long the community will last. Like, in all seriousness though, I think, like, out of all the platform, I think it's probably a mistake, but since I don't know much about the Switch 2, maybe I'm wrong, you know? Maybe the Switch 2 is the next, like, most popular console, which it probably is, to be fair, but it's gonna be interesting to see it play out, for sure. Okay, that's a good comment. Still using the same engine since 2015? Well, if you look at it this way, since FromSoft doesn't want to evolve their engine, you know, what's the best course of action they could take? Well, they just go with consoles that like push less and less the visual limits. So, you know, it's gonna be like top of the line basically for Switch, whereas, you know, on other modern hardware it would be like a few years behind. You know, that's one way to do it. It's gonna flop if it's solely Switch. You have to keep in mind, like, Switch is like the best-selling console like ever. Like, I know we don't like you and I, guys, we don't necessarily play that, but there's a ton of people that play Switch. What's gonna be interesting is, you know, if a lot of people buy into that, we're kind of gonna open up like the Nintendo library. You know, I could see myself and like would steal like fucking trying Pokemon games or something, you know, because why not? You're on Nintendo now. You can play like any game, like we're gonna do like Mario Kart, whatever. You know what I mean? It could be a fun like unexpected, you know, blessing in disguise. You know, you never know. Also, sorry, let me just pause that real quick and just attempt to that chat box doesn't work half the time. I'm gonna need to fix that after this. Sorry about that. The man in pajamas. Alright, now I need to get informed on a few things. I need to get informed. I'm gonna need to read more about the game, and I'm gonna need to read more about Like, what kind of power are we looking at? Like, what's the performance of a Switch 2? Like, what does it do? Because I was not interested in getting a Switch 2, but now I am. Switch 2 is $450 USD. Well, that's the price of like a console, the normal price of a console, in my mind at least. By the way, Switch 2 games cost $80 digital and $90 physical. Bro, like in Canadian dollar, that's like $1,000. Let's see here. DuskBlood is a Miyazaki game. Okay, that's a good start. Exclusive to Switch 2. 2026, and it looks like it is to Bloodborne as Elden Ring is to was okay. So that's okay. Let's see here. Perhaps the shock. Yeah, right. That's probably why we didn't expect it, because it came with the Nintendo Direct. You know, it's not something that I watch, but now we might watch it. Like the next ones and shit. I don't want to see, this article says nothing. I want to read more about like information. Guys, do you have articles that you would suggest? Okay, so Nintendo Switch 2 for software bookwork is maximum 8 people of player between them of fight. Holy shit! Software of bookwork is maximum 8 people of player between them of fight. Holy shit, that is huge. 8 people of player, dude. Crazy. Dude, I've actually rarely seen such a bad translation. Oh boy. When a fight is deployment B, PvPvE base of multiplayer action is. Player is special, blood of power. To yo, human is exceed, power is God. Twilight of blood tribe. When become beginning of blood, first Brad, is tour magnificent fight. To is tro is? This is the worst translation I've ever read. Like, holy shit. This is 10 out of 10 translation. Well, we definitely know what for software of bookwork is maximum 8 people of player between them of fight means, right? We know what that means. Oh, fuck. I sent you a normally translated version on Discord. Okay. Okay, this software for Nintendo Switch 2 is a PvPvE based multiplayer action game in which up to 8 players fight each other against enemies. Player become the Twilight Blood Clan, who have gained powers beyond those of human through the power of their special blood. So vampires. And throw themselves into a fierce battle over the first blood, like really vampires. An interview with the director about the concept and worldview of this work, creator's voice, will be released on Friday, April 4th at 10 p.m. Please look forward to this work. Dudes, I just realized we're the 2nd of April today. They should have released that event yesterday, dude, for April's Fool. You know, like... Oh, the new From Software game, but it's Switch exclusive! April's Fool! That would have been so good! Would have been the fucking best. Like, would have been the most trollish move ever. They should have done that, man. Oh, that's actually so funny. Okay, let me grab the Twitter thing as well. April's 1st is always an opportunity for your roommate to ask girls out, and if it doesn't work, he just says April's Fool. Is that real? Is that his fucking strategy? See if they have a better... Well... Not even better. You can't even translate it. Okay. Elden Ring will be ported to Nintendo Switch 2 in the form of a tarnished edition, But the additional content that version brings will also make its way to PS5, PS4. Not PC? What the hell? They probably forgot about PC. The Tarnished Edition bundles together the base game along with last year's Shadow of the Earth 3, then it throws new armors, weapons, and customization features for Torrent's appearance on top. That additional content will come on to existing platform, presumably at the same time. Some of the bonus armor sets and appearance changes for Torrent can be seen in the above trailer. Let's see the 50 seconds.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair. Conceal can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
Wait. These armors are basically like...
I have no doubt.
It's like nothing. Like throw them a bone or something. Oh, we don't really see much. See that, I guess. This armor looks interesting. They're basically like giving you some of the old armors that they had. Like this is like basically executioner armor. This is like some older knight armors that they have, and then Lucas Shell armor. Like it's just reused armors that they already have. They're not really new. But I mean, it's nice to get more stuff. I would have gotten the 8-player limit instead, but you know.
I have no doubt.
Holy paid mods? I mean, come on, they made those mods a long time ago.
I have no doubt.
Well, maybe not the horse though, that's definitely a mod. But like this right here, you know, the looks like the executioner. Oh no, that's I wonder if the new weapons are just skins or if they're gonna have new movesets.
Guide you through your burden.
Hopefully this helmet looks good. So does this one. You know, it's always the thing with new armors, like you want the helmet to look nice. Because that knight armor might be really cool if the helmet is good. The white torrent, I'll be honest, I find this like, you know, I would have preferred like maybe it's not within the lore, but I probably would have rather have like another animal skin, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like make it like they would have to do new animation, so actually that's not realistic. I was about to say like what about like a fucking panther or something? But I mean you need a new animation for that, so I didn't say anything. That's just a lot more work, like an insane amount of work actually.
No doubt.
Have to animate the whole thing.
May you take the throne.
Like a zebra. Like a zebra, bro. From Software like releases new skin, and the new skin are basically like fucking savanna animals. You got the zebra, you got the giraffe, all with torrent animations. Bro, From Soft is evolving. Oh man, I'm so sad I did not get my From Software zebra. Oh fuck, dude. Where's my zebra, man? Oh fuck. Oh, well there you go. New armors. Oh man. Do we know when this is coming out? Like, well, Switch 2 release date, because I assume it comes out, that Elden Ring version is going to come out with the Switch 2, right? The June 2025, okay. Switch 2 Elden Ring. Tarnished Edition. Gonna be telling us here. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition will launch for Switch 2 in 2025. That's it. Probably it's probably gonna launch June 5th. It's probably going to launch with the console, I assume. Prestige status, popularity, but it remains to be seen whether it will stay on the handheld. There's a chance it eventually makes its way to other platform. Capcom launched Monster Hunter Rise exclusively on the original Switch, where it was a massive hit, before eventually porting to PC and console. So that's very likely, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, vampire, dinosaurs, shape-shifting dinosaurs. Let's see. It's all very mysterious. The trailer shows off plenty of third-person action with feature teas, including the ability for one character to fly around on a steampunk jetpack. Yeah, that was Mongus. Let's see, what else is there? It's funny because they say everything we know about it, and they don't even... These PvE scrubs who write these articles don't even mention the PvP, dude. They don't even mention it. And it's like on the official From Software page. Games radars are scrubs, dude. Confirmed. Can't wait to play at 18 FPS. I mean, what do you expect? No PvP was shown? I mean, bro. Look. There's a maximum 8 people of player between them of fight. And player when enemy is deployment to be PvPvE base. It's written word for word. Oh, fuck. Let me just switch to how powerful. 120 FPS, yeah, I mean, technically, you know, the PS5 also supports that, but there's like barely any game that play at that. I think we're gonna need to like look up some more like tech channels. Oh, component. Boop, 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 boop. So we're talking, so what you're saying is like in the ballpark of PS4 Pro, but like we don't really know that yet either way. Something close to a 2060. Just hope that like the reason why I'm searching this is I'm hoping that you know, I'm hoping that this whole thing is not like actually like 20 FPS game. Well, not this one, this one. I'm hoping that this is at least 40-45 FPS, you know what I mean? Otherwise, that would be like such a waste if we can't play that at like... I say 40 FPS because technically every time From Software releases a 60 FPS title, it's not actually 60 FPS. Oh man. This will run 60 on 1080, not sure. 40 will be nice. Well, my standards are pretty low for FPS, but I really hope that that we're not like stuck at like 20 or 30 FPS, because that would be awful.
As befits the soon to depart.
That's my only worry right now. Switch 2 can run 60 easily this time. Well, you have to keep in mind, like, let's look at Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 on PS5, on PS4 Pro runs at like 50 FPS, 45, 50 FPS. PS4 Pro Dark Souls 3. So if we assume that this is the same engine, which it is, maybe that's possible. Oh, it can run upscalers. Yeah, that's a good point though. With upscalers, it can definitely reach 60 though. With upscalers, yeah. They're probably gonna have that. I mean, it's From Software though, like, unless it's like, I think the upscaler would be hardware integrated at this point, right? Like, I don't think it's gonna, like, games, like, because From Software doesn't integrate fucking DLSS, right? But I think at this point, it's probably going to be, like, hardware integrated, I assume. I need to do more research on that Switch too, though. Yes, it's hardware. Alright. These two are players. I'm actually excited. Man, this could be a lot of fun, honestly.
The moon tears will flow for one. And one.
Would you actually buy the Switch for this, G? I mean, of course I would, because I can actually, you know, I generate revenue off of that, so the Switch is going to pay itself in the long run for me. Of course I will. It's just, the only thing I'm worried about is the frame rate, because, you know, if it's like, let me compare that to Bloodborne. When we played Bloodborne on PS4 at like 25 FPS, the multiplayer suffered heavily because, like, a lot because of the frame rate. Like, the low frame rate made it seem like the latency between players was like completely insane, and you would see like incredible desyncs in Bloodborne, and that's mostly due to the low FPS, mostly. And so when I look at something like this, I'm very, very hopeful that this is not like running at low FPS. Otherwise, it will be like sort of unplayable again. Isn't Nintendo Online super ass? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my only worry. I hope it's good. But if it's ass, I do hope we get it on PC like a year later or something then. Man.
One alone.
Right, Pajama Man? All part of From Software plan to fade out PvP. Hey man, there's no more doomer.
I give you.
Because in the
my
end,
blood.
this is a PvPvE game.
I give you
So this is exciting.
my life. Turn, O wheel,
You're not convinced this is their next big game?
and transport him
Yes, Sandbags, I think you're right.
to a
Like,
night of moonlight.
well, I mean, we say that, but this is a very
very dusk.
high effort trailer. Like, this trailer here is very good. It's on par with other From Software trailers. It's not like Night Rain, which was like, honestly, like the budget for the Night Rain game and trailer seems like so much lower than this. Like, this seems like a much higher budget game than Night Rain to me. Like, it seems like very similar to other From Software games in terms of budget. Like, this looks like, you know, Dark Souls budget. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but, you know, good narrative, made by Miyazaki. I mean, if it's made by Miyazaki, it can't be a side project. He is From Software. Miyazaki is From Software. I remember in an interview in which FromSoft said they were planning on doing more smaller projects after Elden Ring. I'm all for that. If they want to release smaller games like that, and a bunch of them, I'm all for it. I would love that. That's great. I think it looks pretty cool for a $580 game. That's the reality though, right? Like, we're all gonna pay like $580 for that, with no exception. Because the Switch 2's not even out. So that means that you have to buy the console for this. No one has it. So it is actually a $580 game. Like, this is actually pretty accurate. Who's we? Bro, you're gonna be playing this. Everyone's gonna be playing this, man. Well, maybe if they announce that this is a timed exclusive, a lot of people might wait out. But I mean, you know, Steel and I won't. We're gonna fucking play this on launch. If we, hopefully we can get our hands on a Switch 2 though. Man, I hope it's not gonna be like super hard to get my hands on one.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
This trailer is 30 FPS though, right? No, it's 60. The trailer is 60, guys. Usually if the trailer is 60, the game is going to be 60 though.
The moon tears will flow for one,
And to be fair,
and one alone.
to be completely fair, you know, this whole trailer, if it's Switch 2 exclusive, this trailer is not running on fucking PC, right? There's no way. I mean, if they do that, that would be misleading, but you know, if I look at the textures for the hand here, right? Like, it's low res, sure, but with everything considered, like, this whole trailer, everything that they're showing, you wouldn't really be able to tell that it's a Switch or a Nintendo console. Like, this looks pretty much like a, you know, like a PS4 game, really. This looks like a PS4 game. And you know what? If someone told you that From Software came out with this and it was PS5 exclusive, you would also believe it. So, for that aspect, it doesn't look bad. And if I didn't tell you that this was Mungus, you would still know it's Mungus. Oh my fucking god, bro! Dusklord Mungus! You are fucking kidding me, dude! Dusklord Mungus, bro. Mungus, I fucking love this, dude. That is... The Dusklord Mungus reveal. Mungus, you're so funny, man. What the fuck, dude? You're playing you're paying the 600, so am I, bro. Oh my god, dude. You change your name again. Dude, this is so funny, Mungus, because just like fucking Night Rain, you change your name like without knowing anything about the game. But I think this time, to be fair, I think this time at least we have PvP, you know? Oh fuck, man, that's actually so funny. Oh my god. Dusklord fucking Mungus, dude. Oh fuck. I've seen everything. Man, that shit's so funny.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon,
Oh
as
fuck.
befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
after this trailer, I'll give you guys like my final thoughts on this new trailer and this new Duskblood. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Duskborn every time. Duskborn. Alright, so first of all, before everything, the aesthetic for this game, like, I you know, like, when I look at this, I find the armors kind of cool, like, for the most part. Like, if you look at the characters and everything, I like the aesthetic better in this than I like the Elden Ring aesthetic. So that's one. I like how they went with the whole, like, artistic direction for this whole thing. I think it looks pretty cool. So visually speaking, like, everything that's like that we see, it looks very appealing, and I'm excited for it. Now, as far as the content, obviously, like, you can see like some gameplay in there, but we don't know enough about this. Like, it could be very different from what we know. So honestly, I wouldn't really think too much about the gameplay for now. But the fun part is that it's PvPvE, and we've been waiting for From Software to do that for a long time now. So I think we should, at the end of the day, I think we should rejoice for that. I think that's what a lot of us wanted, PvPvE in From Software games. Like, no matter how it turns out, this is something that we've wanted. Now, the twist here is definitely the Switch exclusive part, and that's my only worry. I'm worried about the frame rate on this. Hopefully you get like some decent upscaling built into the console to like make it like at least a steady 60 FPS experience, you know what I mean? Because I really don't want to be playing this at 30 FPS or even worse, like 20 FPS, you know what I mean? So these are like my only worries. And also the other worry I have is, since it's a Switch exclusive, like, what about the Wi-Fi? If it's PvPvE, man, the Wi-Fi might be extremely painful on this. Like, I hope they know what they're doing with that. Hopefully they do. I'm gonna hold it on that, since you never really know. Like, to be honest, even if it's on Nintendo, From Software can probably, like, is it going to be peer-to-peer? Absolutely, it will be peer-to-peer. It will be peer-to-peer, so I'm thinking, like, servers don't come into play too much in peer-to-peer. So we'll see. I'm going to wait and see on that, but these are basically my two worries. The performance of the platform, and then the stability of the online. But that's mostly because I'm not a Switch person or a Nintendo person. I've never really purchased like a Switch, or like you know what I mean? Like I don't really buy Nintendo products, so like I'm basically in uncharted territory. And the only thing I know is usually, like, technologically they're like far behind. That's all I know. And then they have like their own proprietary IP that people know and love, which are really good IP, and they make good games. That's all I know. And that they're very aggressive with copyrights also. Those are the things that I know. But ultimately, I'm very excited for this project. I think it looks really good. You know, if you would tell me that this is a PC, console, you name it, I would believe it. Like, just from seeing this, you wouldn't really be able to tell that it's on Switch necessarily. So that's super interesting. Yeah, this is pretty crazy for Nintendo. Like, it also brings the question, like, did anything happen between From Software and Sony there, right? Did anything happen? Didn't From Software make a deal with Kadokawa? Right? Didn't From Software make a deal with Kadokawa recently? That's actually crazy when you think about that. You would think that a deal with the parent company of From Software would solidify like PlayStation and Sony exclusives, but it seems like it's not. I know this is unrelated, but I would not mind seeing From Software like depart and like From Software buy itself out and become independent. That would be huge. To be fair though, in that would not really change anything for you and I, because I think until this point, I really doubt that From Software has been driven from the outside. Like, they've always been doing whatever they wanted. Like, I don't think Kadokawa was really imposing much on FromSoft until this point. I'm just speculating, but it certainly feels like that. But yeah, going back to Duskborn, it looks fantastic actually. Lots of interesting things that are shown there. You know, new forms, really nice aesthetic, cleve dancing. That's me right there. I'm the mage. We mage are gonna have something to rejoice about. Pajamas. This is, you know, this is From Software DNA. Like, this whole trailer is absolutely From Software at 110%. So ultimately, I think this is good, man. I think I'm excited for that. And also, it looks like it's gonna have some pretty good storytelling. I mean, you'd have to expect that because it's Miyazaki, you know. Without exclusive, there's no reason to buy consoles, and without reason to buy consoles, they'll stop making them. Well, I mean, it's true that whatever game comes out, my first reflex is to buy them on PC, and then if I go play on console, it's because the PC version is not up to par, which is the case for Elden Ring, unfortunately. But, well, about this, it's going to be Switch only, so we're not going to have much choice. This is much better than Night Rain. It actually looks unique. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think Night Rain. I was excited for Night Rain when I first saw the trailer because it made me believe that this was an Elden Ring DLC. You know what I mean? Which technically it is. Night Rain is an Elden Ring DLC because everything Night Rain is built from the Elden Ring base. So technically it is an Elden Ring DLC. It's just that they're selling it separately, and that the identity of Night Rain has nothing to do with Elden Ring, technically. Whereas this is its entire, like, separate work of art. Like, there's a lot of new things in there, like, new aesthetic. Like, new aesthetic, really, because this looks like a mix between, like, Elden Ring and Bloodborne, aesthetic-wise. Which is very interesting, with a touch of, like, modern elements in there. Like, you know, that jetpack, for instance. So yeah, the game looks very interesting. Like, if they announced that as like their next project coming on every platform, like, we'd all be like super excited to no end. Like, the caveat or the little twist that they throw at us is that it's Switch exclusive, which comes with some question marks, but ultimately I think I'm still positive about that. I will say that I'm hopeful, and I think it will be 60 FPS. And I think the peer-to-peer that they've always used for their game is not gonna matter too much on Switch 2. So I'm leaning more on the positive for that. But these are basically my two worries: frame rate and online stability. But ultimately, this looks so good. I'm so excited for this. Really nice that we get that out of nowhere too. Pretty cool. So yeah, these are basically my thoughts on that. What about you guys? Are you what's your outlook on this? Are you excited? Are you worried? Disappointed? I want to hear what you guys think about this whole thing. Oh my god, 1 sec. Just there you go. Okay. About that. There you go. Okay. Now let me read chat. 1 sec, 1 sec. You guys are First time seeing this, it looks cool. Excited to watch other people play it because you only have a PC. I'm very excited, especially since I wasn't expecting anything to begin with. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, this caught all of us off guard. Let me move this away. I'm not gonna buy a Switch for it. Super excited. For a new From Software game, not too far actually. Or 2026 is not too far for a new From Software game. Yeah, that's true. Still not buying a Switch. I don't want to pay 500 euros for this. Yeah, that's the sentiment, because you have to keep in mind that this is basically a $580 game. US dollar, which is, you know, as you know, like $10,000 Canadian. I'm sad that it's not on PC, but I'm probably going to end up selling a kidney to get this and play with all you guys. Yeah. I'm not buying the Switch 2. Combining From Soft netcode with Wi-Fi, which is what everybody's going to be playing on, is so bad though. Yep. I mean, you can't deny that. You cannot. That's the elephant in the room. Like, nobody can deny that. Victor Arcane in pajamas is your favorite part. Who the fuck is this rat at the end? I'm excited enough to be considering buying a Switch if it's good enough. Yeah, I think I fall in the same category. Although for me, the decision is a little easier because, you know, because of the streaming and everything. Like, for me, the game's going to pay itself, so will the console. So it's not as hard of a decision for me as it is for you guys. But I still would have preferred if this just came everywhere. Or came on every platform. I should phrase it like that. I think it looks dope. Looks like they have katanas, rings, weapon, fully auto gun, axe. Looks like it will have a horse, jetpack. It will be co-op, able to have NPC summons. Excited until I saw the price. Yeah. I'm buying a Switch 2, I guess. Yeah, Omni, that's what a lot of us are saying. Either people are saying, I'm not buying a Switch 2 for this, or it's like, well, guess I'm buying a Switch 2 now. Oops. I wish it wasn't an exclusive, but this shit washes Night Rain like it actually looks unique. Yeah, I feel the same. I think, like, I was excited for Night Rain again, thinking it was more Elden Ring content, but this is just like, this is a game I was looking forward to, you know? Without necessarily knowing I wanted that. This is a game I wanted. You see what I mean? If it wasn't Switch 2, you'd be so excited. Pretty cool, but Switch 2. PV ears are also mad that it's multiplayer-focused title. Are you serious? Dude, I'm so happy for this. Man. Oh, you PvPers are never happy. Blah, 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 blah. We Reddit warriors are always positive. Nah, this game is for us, man. I'm super happy that we get a PvPvE game. We've been wanting that for such a long time. Like a From Software PvPvE. And so even if there's the caveat that it's Switch 2, I'm excited. 300 euros is a little too much for one game I'm going to be playing on Switch. Yeah, that's the caveat for sure. If the gameplay looks unreasonably fun, not hyped about having to play on a Nintendo controller, but whatever. Yeah, what does even a Nintendo controller look like, dude? I don't even think I've ever held a Nintendo controller. Well, actually, that's not true. I played the Nintendo, like the actual Nintendo. Did I ever play GameCube? I don't even remember. Well, I guess I played the original Nintendo, but I can't imagine that the controller has not evolved though, right? I'd have to look at what the Switch 2 controller looks like. Hopefully it's not horrible. Because Nintendo is pretty closed when it comes to their peripherals, right? Like, can you plug, like, will we be able to use, like, third-party controllers, do you guys think, with the Switch 2? I don't think so, right? Can you even use a third-party controller with PlayStation? I don't think so either. Could be wrong, but, like, when you're thinking of, like, a SCUF controller or whatever, it's basically a modded PlayStation controller to start with. Like a Battle Beaver, aim controller, all of that. They're basically, like, PlayStation controllers taken apart and modified, like all these esports controllers. I'm actually wondering what's gonna be the case with, like, Switch controllers. Joy-Cons are bad, but the controllers are fine. Okay. They're pushing game prices to $80 too. Yeah, unfortunately, that's like something you can't really stop. I mean, it is what it is. Like years ago, like I could buy fucking candies at the store for 25 cents. Now, like if you want to do that, it's like $1. You know what I mean? Maybe more, actually, like $2-3 now. But like, let's say for 50 cents you had a bag of candies, and now like you'd basically have that for like $3.50. So yeah, inflation is very real. Like, think about it this way: like if you were born with like $100 in under your name, let's just put it that way. If you were born with $100 under your name, and then you lived 100 years, and then you died at 100 years old, your $100 would likely be worth around $1. And that's true for most of the industrial era. Like, you know, we're talking like 1900 to this point. You'd basically lose most of the value throughout your life. That's basically inflation for you. Most people don't realize that because it's a very slow process throughout their life, but inflation is very real, and you're seeing the effect of that with the games, you know, price going higher. Let's see, what else is there? Chicken Gun DM for Reddit mauled. There is a Pro controller. I think it has paddle for the Switch. Oh, that's interesting. Does PvPvE mean it's an extraction game like Escape from Tarkov? I think we're gonna learn more about the gameplay loop and everything. Like Miyazaki's gonna do interviews and stuff. But the whole extraction from Tarkov thing is something that Miyazaki has mentioned in the past in other interviews. So yes, it's likely that. This game is going to be for Souls fans that actually care about every aspect of the game, not just rushing through PvE. Yeah, that's so true, actually, Shag. Yeah, dude, that's actually so true. I agree so much with that. Well, hopefully, though, at least at first glance, that's what it looks like. Like, we don't know for sure yet, but that's definitely what it looks like. Some third-party companies make controllers for Switch, you reckon? Okay, that's good. The success of Elden Ring amongst the general audience caused a lot of issues with the community. Well, From Software has always done like for those who basically only got in with Elden Ring, they don't know yet that From Software doesn't really follow what people accept or want them to do. They always do their own thing, for the better and the worse. And this is again them doing their own thing. Like PvP is not popular amongst the general audience. It's popular amongst the hardcore fans, but amongst like the casual general audience, it is not. And the fact they're embracing that with a PvPvE game, I think, to me, like, I find this like super, like, I'm super happy about that. I find it really nice that we get like a cookie thrown at us with that. Now again, caveat being that it's Switch 2 exclusive, but that's fucking From Soft in a nutshell. Let's see. 8-Bit does make controllers for Switch. 8-Bit Do does make controllers. I actually heard that 8-Bit Do is actually, it looks cheap, but it actually has, it doesn't have bad input latency like the 8-Bit Do controllers, because their architecture is very simple. So yeah. Does PvPvE means it's an extraction game? Like, oh, I think I read that already. Dude, I am so late on chat. Now I'm picturing little JeeNiNe with his oversized lap helm with a sack of candies. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm up to date with chat now. Oh, there you go. Well, some surprise good news today, man. I'm happy about that. And again, I'll say that it low-key, like, a side effect of this game being like switched to exclusive for someone like myself and Steel might be that we get to play like more Nintendo titles, and it might be like some sort of blessing in disguise, like just getting like sort of introduced more to the Nintendo ecosystem, because they do have good IPs. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Really like that. You'll never touch this game. Well, Kayobi, you never know, because it could be one of those cases where it's timed exclusive, which honestly, in my opinion, it's probably going to be timed exclusive, because you know, like, you're leaving so much money on the table if you don't like sell that to other platforms. Like, I'm actually shocked that this is Nintendo exclusive, because I mean, Nintendo probably had to cash out. They probably had to pay FromSoft like one hell of a deal to make that a Switch exclusive. I would be super curious. I mean, we're not gonna know that, but I would be super curious to know like the figures. Like, how much did they pay for that exclusivity deal? Or did they give them a bargain, because, you know, like, Japanese studios support Japanese console manufacturers? Man, this is also interesting. Fuck, I can't actually go on Reddit because of my VPN. My VPN is too smart, it blocks Reddit. Unfortunately. Let me actually look it up on my laptop. I'm curious who their target audience is with this one. Switch seems like the wrong type of platform for this game. I mean, he has a point for that, though. That's definitely a surprise there. If they had made a single player title, I bet some people would even buy a new Switch just for this game. PV year's mad, bro. Alright, now I don't care about it. Oh my god, dude. Not so disappointed now for the exclusivity. I've never been more relieved to become uninterested in a game. Holy shit, dude. Risk Duskbloods hype. Gone but never forgotten. Oh my god, I got whiplash going from ultimate hype. 2 multiplayer titles in a row is strange. Lies of P has scratched my itch for now. And the new DLC will further help that. Hoping FromSoft has another single player focused game soon. I mean, that's a fair comment, you know. You have the right to be interested in whatever. Hype derailed. The best part of the announcement was seeing all the people laughing at Sony for losing this game. Since it looked like not Bloodborne 2. Only to find out it's a multiplayer game. Can you imagine if Sony did announce this? Herman just wouldn't be... Dude. Man, these people are for real. They made an extraction shooter Bloodborne. Well, at least I don't need to buy a Switch 2 to play it. That kills any interest for me. Also, nothing is lost in being a Switch exclusive. Holy shit, maybe that's why they made it Switch exclusive. You know, like, I'm trying to think now from a business perspective. Like, they probably... I mean, I don't know if From Software is even doing market research. I mean, I'd assume so. If they did their market research, and then they realized that only, like, hardcore players would be interested in this, they're like, you know what? We might not make as much money with this. So let's make up that lost revenue with an exclusivity deal. That might be what was their thought process behind this. That's what I'm thinking, because like I'm reading all these comments and it's clear that the low attention span casuals who basically only likes like brain dead PvE single player games, like they're not interested in this just because it has multiplayer elements. Which is funny, because ultimately I did not see these PvEers be that upset about Night Rain. You know, I think it's the PvP that's in there that's like, you know, that's making them not like it. Which, I mean, for us, it's the opposite. The fact that there's PvP in there makes it fun. But yeah, ultimately, like, logically speaking, I think the reason why we're seeing this on Switch is that they realize that this is a niche game, and they probably want to make up that lost revenue with an exclusivity deal. That's what I'm thinking. If that's the case, I mean, it's basically sound business decisions. Not sure if it's, like, from a business perspective, I'm not sure this is the... I mean, the right business decision is honestly, sadly, to give these PvE scrubs exactly what they want. But because, good thing, this is From Software, they don't do that. They always do whatever the fuck they want. So this is it right there. And they're throwing a bone to their more hardcore audience, which you have to appreciate. You really have to appreciate it. Miyazaki passion project. I mean, Miyazaki always tries to make like these sorts of game, but like with a different twist to them every time. Night Rain looks more and more like a test game. I don't buy it, Night Rain being a test game, but if you say so. You don't appreciate it at all because they're trying to buy a $400 console that you don't need. Yeah, what is interesting though is that, you know, From Software, no matter how you look at it, From Software has an established player base. Whether it's on PlayStation, PC, or Xbox. Like if you look at Elden Ring, it's very high up on the charts on all these platforms. And so like you already have like an established player base on all these platforms. Whereas with Nintendo, there's not like, you know, you don't have a From Software established player base on Nintendo. Like they've ported some titles to the Switch, but they've never actually released one of their mainline AAA title, as far as I know, like directly on the Nintendo platform. So they're basically, like, this is really huge for Nintendo because like they're basically transitioning a lot of their audience from one company to the next. Like, is a lot of people that are going to be playing this are either PC or PlayStation players or Xbox players that are just like, you know what, I really want to play this. Guess I'm going to be getting a Switch too. So for Switch, it's fucking like they just hit the jackpot. Like for Switch, they're basically gonna embark like a huge amount of people that would have never gotten a Switch in the first place. Like people like you guys and I, basically. Now, on the other hand, for From Software, it is pretty interesting to decide to launch on a platform where they've never really had a presence, while they have a strong presence on every other platform. It's sort of like counterintuitive when you think about it. But so is, technically from a business point of view, so is releasing a PvP game. PvPvE game is also counterintuitive because, as you saw, like with the, or actually didn't see it, but as I was reading on this Reddit thread, like the low IQ casuals, which is the majority of the players, are really mad about this. So I mean, at the end of the day, like this is actually a game like that no one wanted, but I actually want that. Like I'm actually that small target audience for this game. I think the people who play PvP and I've been sticking with From Software for a long time, I think those guys are actually the target audience for this. I think we are like the niche target audience for this game. And it's crazy to say that because I feel like this game is made for people like us. Like if you take aside the fact that it's on Switch, like this is basically like a game that's that's made for us at the end of the day. That's what it seems like. So what a surprise though. Like what a welcome surprise that we got today. Crazy. feel like people on Reddit are also not the majority. They just a bunch of people gathering and crying about, yeah, that's true though. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe a lot of people will... Dude, you know, like the best case scenario that could happen with this is that their execution for the whole PvPvE is good. Like their execution is good, and then it onboards more people to be interested in the multiplayer aspect of From Software. That would be the best case scenario. Just wish it wasn't exclusive. Yeah, again, my hunch is that I'm thinking they made this an exclusive to try to make up the lost potential revenue from the majority casual player base. That's what I'm thinking. That's just my guess, though. Or either that, or Nintendo just straight up came to them with like an offer you just could not refuse. Either one. But either way, I don't know how much Nintendo paid them for that exclusivity deal. I think if you're a Nintendo executive, you just hit big with this, because you're basically selling a bunch of Nintendo consoles just basically off of like one franchise, and you're tapping into a new audience basically. You also have some PvEer friends who are pretty curious about PvP. Dude, let's onboard these people. Let's show them... Well, actually, what am I gonna say then? Like, I'm getting too excited. Let's show them fucking FromSoft PvP. Like, right now, if you have to show FromSoft PvP to anyone, it doesn't actually look very good with fucking the current state of Elden Ring. Man. Or the state that Dark Souls 3 was left in. I mean, we still have to keep in mind that FromSoft has yet to make a PvP Souls-like game in a good state. Hopefully this is the first one, since it's PvPvE, so there's going to be a focus on that. But keep in mind, FromSoft has done good PvP game. Armored Core Verdict Day was one of the best PvP game I've ever played. So FromSoft has it in them to make good PvP. Hopefully this is the one then. Please don't show them Elden Ring PvP right now. Yeah, exactly. You got into PvP after watching FighterPl? Dude, I got into PvP in Souls game from playing PvP in Armored Core. Like, I started playing From Software game through Armored Core, and eventually I had a friend on my team in Armored Core 5 who basically was like, you know what, like, you like Skyrim, you like Armored Core, you'd like this other franchise that From Software is doing. It's called Dark Souls. And he basically got me introduced to Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 was my first Souls-like game. And so I played Dark Souls 2 and I actually really enjoyed it. And because my background back then, like, was already, like, I was already a Rainbow Six Vegas 2, like, pro player. And so I was always like looking at games in the perspective of like balance, try hard, and like I wasn't necessarily looking at Souls from like a casual point of view already back then. But I felt like Dark Souls 2 had something going on that was really interesting PvP wise, and that got me really excited for Dark Souls 3. So I was really eager to play Dark Souls 3 when it was announced. And when I first played Dark Souls 3, I was like, holy shit, like, this is even better than Dark Souls 2. And I got really hooked into Dark Souls 3, and you guys know the rest. Reddit villain origin. Well, guys. Dude, I'm actually really happy, man. This is such good stuff, dude. Really cool stuff. Hope it's the Division, Dark Zone, Bloodborne, Tarkov edition. The Division honestly had I played a lot of the Division beta back when it was first announced, and I had a lot of fun with that. It was honestly like an insanely good concept, but you know, because it's Ubisoft, they didn't execute well on everything, and Even though the Division was not like a flop, it's just, ultimately, I think the Division wasted some potentials. But I really like the concept of like the Dark Zone and everything in the Division. I had a ton of fun with the beta, for sure. It's on Switch, so everyone will be on Wi-Fi. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. That could be like a huge issue, honestly. That's like one of the caveats. So what are we gonna do for a year until this comes out? Night Rain! We're gonna be playing Elden Ring and Night Rain and 2v2s until this comes out. And let's not forget Oblivion Remake. We're gonna be playing the Oblivion Remake as well. So slowly but surely, I have some games to look forward to, at least. Fuck Night Rain, dude. Where is Night Lord Mungus? I haven't seen him in a while. Have you guys seen Night Lord Mungus? I have a feeling we won't see him again. He's been slain. Did you slay him, Dusk Lord Mungus? Did you slay Night Lord Mungus? He tossed into the void. Yeah, probably for the best. You know, Mungus, like, whatever your name is, it carries a lot of weight, right? So, like, you were Night Lord Mungus before, so you basically warranted getting bullied. But now that you're Dusk Lord Mungus, like, people are gonna start to look up to you. Like, it's gonna change, like, how people perceive you. I hope you understand that. You might not have realized it, but you just change your online presence around. Well, guys, I think we went over everything. Cool trailer. Let's put some volume for a last shot.
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon-to-depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Well, guys, I'm gonna end stream for today, but what a nice surprise today. What a nice surprise to wake up to. Really nice. Actually, I say wake up to. I woke up before this trailer got live, but I took a nap after that, so I woke up again and got that in my DMs. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for coming by. I'm excited for this. We're gonna eagerly wait for Friday, I believe. Friday, Miyazaki is gonna have like some sort of interview. And we're gonna learn more about this, more details. Hopefully for the best. I'm hopeful though. Really hopeful and eager to learn more about this. Yeah, Omni, see you in 2026, bro. In the meantime, come play with us some twos. Alright guys, thanks everyone for coming by, and I'll probably like stream soonish, you know, do some invasion and twos as usual, but in the meantime, let's look forward to Friday. All right, guys, take care, everyone.